Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Uncommon Faith. One of your hosts, Laflower B. And oh my gosh, we were backstage and y'all would never know the stuff that goes on behind the scenes. But I'm so happy to be rocking it out with my amazing co-host today. Shout out to Regina B. How you doing, Regina? Oh, she
I'm
gave
in
us
rare form tonight.
the three-figure piece. It's gonna be a good.
I'm in rare form tonight.
I see. I'm nervous. Because we've
I
never done this show
know.
with you in rare
I'm
form.
gonna tread lightly.
Didi, how you doing tonight, boo?
I'm good. Hey, sissies. Hey, Uncommon Faith fam.
I love it. Hey, Lisa. All right, y'all. So let's just jump right into it, right? Since I know we're a couple minutes behind, but before we do, definitely if you're watching from one of our social media platforms, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Definitely share tonight because we're going to get down into a little juicy juice tonight when it comes to self-care, self-love. And I got a story to tell you guys too. But I'm gonna go ahead and share. I got one of my friends here. I know that it's a friend of everyone else's too. So definitely get your friend out and share if you already are not sharing. Share the broadcast for tonight because it's going to be amazing. I'm almost done. It only takes a couple seconds to share. And of course, guys, you can always catch our replays on any of our podcast platforms, on Facebook, and definitely on YouTube, guys. So please like, share, and subscribe. All right. Yes. So DeAndra is going to kick us off with our show topic, and then we'll jump into our first segment, which is I Know God Is Real Because.
Okay. So
for those who don't know, right, this is our other co-host, Miss DeAndra Scott. Take it away, DeAndra.
Yes, Didi, take it away. DeAndra Scott.
Yes, so before we jump into I Know God Is Real, we are going after we talk about I Know God Is Real, the topic for tonight is loving our bodies. You know, the society that we're in is being natural okay. Is it okay to have a natural body? Is it okay to rock your natural hair? Do you feel like you're missing out, or you're not a part of, or you're missing the wave because you're choosing to still maintain and remain the same, right? Maintain and remaining the same. So that's going to be our topic for tonight. Back to you.
Awesome.
All right. Regina, you want to kick us off with I Know God Is Real Because?
Okay, guys, we love this segment, the first segment of our show. It's called I Know God Is Real Because. And so this is an opportunity where we get to share and our guests share just different experiences they've had in their life that lets them know that, hey, there is a higher power, there is a higher being watching over me or moving in my life. So tonight, Laflower, what is your I Know God Is Real Because story?
Yes.
Awesome. So, of course, I'll share. Regina, thank you for that.
You're welcome, sis.
So, guys, I know God is real because this weekend, Regina, are you rubbing on your headphones, on your microphone?
I'm not doing anything, Laflower.
It just felt like you was over there rubbing.
I'm just going to mute myself while you talk, okay?
Oh, my gosh. Gina, really get off the E85. All right, let's go.
Okay.
You remember that? The E85?
Yes.
I say it all the time.
Yes.
All right, guys. So I know God is real because I survived a haunted ghost tour. I survived going into some haunted places, feeling some spirits, seeing some things. I know God is real because I walked on top of a mass gravesite. And so I know God is real because I felt, the presence of the heaviness. I felt the heaviness. So I know God is real because if the supernatural is real, I know God is real. So that's what I'm going to say. Walking on a mass, really, Lisa? Walking on a mass gravesite and seeing spirits and stuff like that on this haunted ghost tour that we were on, it was a mess. But let me tell y'all about my sister. Let me tell y'all about my older sister, Regina. So
okay, hold on. Before Laflower tries to get on Regina, I'm gonna get on both of them. Okay, because before they tear into each other, how about I am out of state. I am miles away, but their little trip to their little haunted tour, whatever they were doing, was supposed to be here. It was supposed to be out here. It was supposed to be, we're here, Dee. So they didn't come. They didn't call. They didn't say nothing. So, I just want to call them both out, and say, hey, we're going on a haunted tour instead of come chill with you, surprise you. So,
my God. Oh, DeAndra, you already
Did you just say you didn't know?
I didn't know about the tour. No.
Okay, you didn't know about the tour.
You're not saying you didn't know that we were coming.
We had to adjust our plan.
I've kind of heard some things, but we haven't had that official sister talk on dates and times and the rescheduling. From what I understood was still gonna make it happen.
That's the best.
So, just before the flower goes, on Regina, I just want to make it even and fair. And, do both of them.
Well, thank you, Didi. Shots fired. Pim, 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 pim. You locked and loaded. All right, y'all. So I know God is real because we didn't survive, but real talk, y'all, it was like such a heaviness, like standing on those mass grave sites and being in places where people, died tumultuous, are very painful death, or when you die instantly, it's like it almost puts your spirit man into shock, because things happen so quick. And it's like, is this reality? Am I in the after? Like, what's going on? Am I in the heavenlies? Gina giving somebody the eye over there. Y'all know she can't.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Come on. Come here. Let me.
Is this Raina Bana?
Yeah, come get your cameo, boo. Come get on in this camera.
So Raina wanted to come on and just thank everyone. Come here. I'm gonna take off my
her birthday wishes.
Come on over here. Down.
Right, looking like that.
Raina, smile and be the beautiful princess diva that you are.
Exactly.
So Miss Raina turned 10 yesterday.
I did. Double digits. Hey.
Okay. So you want to say what you're gonna say to everyone?
Thank you.
You are
for
saying happy birthday to me for the gifts.
All right. Now, go get ready for bed, please.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, baby. We love you.
Bye, Raina. Big shout out. Happy birthday, boo.
All right, y'all. So here we go. Let me tell y'all about Regina. So, we didn't just went through this whole situation where we feeling, the heaviness, we over there praying like, Jesus, don't let us take none of this stuff home with us.
I need Sylvia. I need Sylvia on the show right now.
I don't know where Sylvia is.
Okay, you got to do backstory on Sylvia. So
Sylvia was on the show a few weeks ago.
Okay.
She's family. Regina's sister-in-law. She has so many titles for me and Dee Dee. I don't even know what, she's family. She family, right? And so it was me, Regina, and Sylvia, y'all. So we went on this haunted ghost tour. Dee Dee, you are attacking.
And DeAndra is spirit. Okay.
All right, guys. So we went on this haunted ghost tour. Let me get through this. I know God is real and tell you about Regina. So we're at the last stop of the haunted ghost tour, okay? The last stop. So the tour is over. The gentleman tells us that we can walk inside of this building, it's a hotel. And, it's one of the high activity places in the city and stuff like that. And so there's a special room. I believe the room was 301, if I'm not mistaken. That some stuff went down in this hotel, and the gentleman's supposedly his, spirit still, there's a lot of supernatural activity that goes on in this room. Like guests to this day will still say, they hear fighting. It sounds like somebody hurt, call, the paramedics, something really happening across the way. Quick. But when they go upstairs, there's nobody there. Like the room is empty, nothing's going on. But, there are multiple accounts where guests have reported them hearing stuff coming out of this room. And when you call this particular hotel and you try to request this room, right? Because we know we got some ghost hunters and all of that, all that stuff y'all do, with the meters and stuff. The hotel would try their best to not give you this hotel. Now, y'all be sure to share this. If you ain't shared it, shame on you. Go ahead and share this so I can tell everybody about Regina real quick. I love her, but I gotta tell her. So the whole
y'all were kind of ghost hunters too.
Kind of, sort of, Dee Dee. Kind of, sort of, yes. So in this particular hotel that we were in, I don't like using public restrooms, but we were on a tour, so I was like, I gotta find a restroom, right? And so Sylvia and Regina were getting on me all weekend because they was like, you're wandering off. Stop wandering off around away from the group. We got to stick together.
You're one of them child leash things for her.
I don't need no leash, no little monkey backpack.
Yeah, that's what we needed on you.
You were so tacky. Really, Dee Dee? You had to do the lead laugh? Okay, so here we go, guys.
Wow, Regina! Oh my goodness!
Ha,
Oh my goodness. We have reinforcement.
Okay, Sylvia. So I'm telling the story. I'm not going to give the name of the particular hotel that we were in. I was just telling them that we were at the end of this ghost tour, that we know God is real because we felt the pain, the turmoil of a lot of people that that died in this particular city that we were in. And so I was telling them we were at the end of the ghost tour, and we actually went inside of the hotel. And I was just about to tell them what Sister Regina did.
Be sure you tell them. No, be sure you tell them what you told me to do.
Listen. They called me the night of, y'all, and when I tell you I fell out. When you're about to hear, you're not even gonna even think Regina is the one that's about to do what has been done. All right, Sylvia, take it.
All right. So here we go, guys. So this particular hotel, it's a beautiful hotel. It's a landmark in that city and all this great stuff. And so we were like, let's go up to the rooftop because everyone talks about how beautiful the rooftop is and all of that stuff. So, and even like the bellhops in front of the door or the ballet people, they were like, come in. We was just walking past and they opened the door like, y'all come on in. It's beautiful. And we looking at each other like,
lured y'all in.
Like
got lured in.
We did. It was like, and it was welcoming. We heard jazz music playing. People were laughing, having fun. We like, okay, well let's get into this. Let's get into this. And so we got on the elevator and we went up. We went straight to the rooftop floor. We got off. But there was a wait to go on the rooftop. I don't know if they had like a private party or something like that, but we couldn't actually sit down and enjoy ourselves. So we just got a little sneaky peek of the rooftop, right? And so we're walking around. We walked around. There was a little catwalk in the hotel where you can look down to the first floor where the music was playing. A beautiful brick wall. Sylvia was like, "Don't get too close to that rail. The ghost might push you over." All of this. It was bananas. Okay, so that was all the way on the 4th or the 5th floor, if I'm not mistaken. So we get on the elevator and we like, Regina's like, "Y'all want to go to floor 3? Y'all want to go?"
Regina is requesting to go to the ghost floor that y'all just did a tour about.
Yes.
Wow.
The last stop of this ghost tour was this particular hotel, about the gentleman who met his demise in that infamous room 301.
Oh my goodness.
And so Regina's like, "Y'all want to," because right at the elevator, y'all, room 301. So if you exit the elevator, room 30, we were on the 4th floor. So we were going back to our elevator and we looking at the numbers. We're like, well, where's 01? So we realized that 401 was right there at the elevator. So that's when Regina had the bright idea. Y'all want to go to, it's just one floor down.
So I got a question. So Regina, when you saw that 3 in that elevator, like when you saw the fact that you could go to this floor, did the room instantly pop in your head, or was it just you wanted to go on the floor, or did you know that you was headed to 301, to this particular room, or did you just want to go to the floor? Did you want to what exactly did you want on the 3rd floor?
To go to 301. What other reason would we go to the 3rd floor?
Okay. She wanted to go to 301.
She wanted, okay. She wanted
but don't leave out.
I'm about to tell him.
No, don't leave out what you said.
I'm about to tell him right now, Regina. So guys.
So I think Sylvia should take over, because
I'm gonna Sylvia take over once
we need to hear about both of y'all.
Well, let Flower finish, and then I'll just pick up from where she leaves out.
Okay, the audience and myself, we want to know about both of y'all. What did both of y'all do?
Okay. So if anybody knows me, you guys know that like I used to be like into horror movies. Like I will be in a dark room all by myself watching all of that stuff. But as laughing. And laughing like, "Oh, he just got his head chopped off. Oh, look at that," all of that. But as I grew spiritually, I'm like, and I started seeing things in the spiritual and in the natural, I was like, okay, I can't watch that no more because that crap is real. So I stopped, and I stopped coach. I'm like, I'm not watching that no more. I don't want to entertain that. So when Regina and her fine self said, "Let's go to room 301," Flower was like, But Flower also told Gina, "Well, baby, if you are going to go, how about you knock?" Y'all know we used to do back on the day. You knock on the door, and then you knock real hard on the door, and you run away. So I told you.
So wait a minute.
I missed the part where I missed the part she was going to knock. I didn't hear that conversation.
Yes, she said it several times.
Wow.
Gina, don't do that.
And I didn't hear it.
So this is Laflower's demise. This is what Laflower wanted this whole time.
No, it was her idea.
So you were
it was her idea to knock on the door.
You were a puppet, and she was
no. I said, Gina, if you're gonna be brave, if you just gonna go do it, then knock on the door. Then knock on that door. And
that's what she said.
But I said, I'm gonna stay on. Hold on, Didi, hold on. I said, I'm gonna stay on the elevator. I'm not getting off on the 3rd floor. Okay. Like, I'm gonna hold the elevator for y'all. All right, and Sylvia, you take over. What happened when y'all got out the elevator?
Okay, so I'm gonna back up just a little bit because baby, whew, these two, y'all Virgil sisters, y'all are some characters. So we get to the 3rd floor, and I had already been saying the whole trip of the hunting a ghost tour We don't need to be doing this. Don't do that. Be cautious because, like Flower had said earlier, you know, when you start dealing with spirits, you know, you don't want nothing jumping off on you and all of that. So we get up on the third floor, and remind you, I never heard that we was gonna knock on the door. So me and Gina creep off the elevator and we go to the room. And Gina goes to the room and she does this. And she put her ear up to the door. And I'm not going nowhere near the room, but I was staying in the part where I, one, can see the elevator, and two, I can see you. So I suggested, well, since we all right here, let's take a picture with you in front of 301. And she was like, okay. And I did get the picture, but I didn't know at the time that the picture, I got it because she bammed on that door so hard, I took off.
Wow.
And I swear my legs was not moving as fast as my brain was saying they should move. And I think if the elevator was not where it was and I would have had to take one more step, I would have rolled into the elevator and not run into the elevator, because I don't think my leg would have made another step. Because right when she knocked on the door, she knocked on it so hard, like, oh my God. And then all I heard her say, "What?" And she came back. I didn't turn around. I just kept going but I can hear her like, I'm going this way and she's going this way. And it seemed like we a distance. I didn't know she had dropped, her phone fell out of her pocket. So when she made that sound, she was trying, I don't know what she was saying. I wasn't even tuned in at that point.
Oh my phone.
No, but she was like, and it sounded like he was in the far. And I wrote, by this time I'm in the elevator talking about push the button. And Flower like, come on, Gina, come on. She made the elevator. I didn't know. I don't know what happened. I'm not gonna even. I left her because I told them not to fool with them ghosts. No way. I told them don't play like that. We was just wanting to hear the history, not fool with the spirits. And she over there trying to hear what she said.
I wanted to know if I would hear anything.
The tour man did say that there was some noises that if you called the Tremont Hotel, okay, that they would deter you from going to that room. And there's been many complaints of people calling in saying they're hearing noises and no one has checked into the room. So we was just
I just wanted to see if I heard something.
Gee,
But
don't
yeah.
mind anything.
She straight up left me.
But
She didn't even look back.
And then
She said, well, I thought the ghost had grabbed you. So
because I told them don't fool with them spirits. Every stop we stopped at, and the man was telling us the history. One stop I wasn't even going in because I wasn't feeling it. And I was like, well, we need to stick together. So let me go on and go with them. But we came out of there. But every stop we went in, I kept saying, I feel like I'm having a heart attack. I feel like I'm having a heart attack. And every time I said that, the tour man said, well, we're standing on a mass grave where a lot of people was buried. And I'm like, oh my God. And Flower actually saw a spirit. Thank God I didn't see one because my part is not mixed up like that. But I did feel the presence of
Lisa say,
the
I
evil.
love talking to ghosts. I've been seeing ghosts since I was a little girl. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not.
Lisa's like Deja. It's like,
Yeah,
Deja, she was upset just like you, DeAndra. She was like, oh, heck no. Why you ain't tell me you was going over there?
So So after that journey, now I had to use the restroom. So then let me tell you about Laflower.
Oh, she told me she went to the restroom before. It was before the knock.
Was it after or before?
No, it was before because it was on the way back. Because it was on the fourth floor.
Before or whatever, we had all the people was playing and all the people was listening to a live band here. but the hotel restroom was way down this eerie hallway. And then once you get to the end of the hallway, you had to go up these wooden stairs, and there was a ladies and men's restroom up there. But also the long hallway we went down, it was only like 4 or 5 rooms. The hallway was blocked off upstairs. So once you got upstairs, you couldn't go nowhere else because it was blocked off. And the restroom was tucked away in the corner. And she's going all the way down the hallway looking for the restroom. And all of a sudden, we turned around and she was no longer there. I'm like, well, where did she go? She was just standing there. So me and Gina make our way downstairs down the hallway. And when we get down there, it wasn't another hallway. It was just stairs leading up. But you would have thought we would have seen her at least going up the stairs by the time we got there. I don't know. She must have ran up the stairs to the restroom because we creeping up the stairs like, did she? What?
And they
what?
all wooden stairs, they creeping with every step. It was just like,
my goodness.
I was just running off all weekend by herself. So she ran off to the restroom by herself. And she was gonna, no, don't hide your face. She was gonna get left. They was like, no, we gotta all stick together. So let's just go check on her. I was like, okay.
Yeah. And I told her she had one more time. Just one more time. And I was going to call Mr.
No more. Don't be no wander offer.
I had to generally,
especially in those circumstances.
You're right.
Oh, and we was in Walmart and not knowing at the time,
we knew that.
We knew. Yes, we knew. That was after the tour.
So
was it? You just didn't know where the kids
we
were.
didn't. That's right.
Looked at the video.
But we was on an aisle and this blanket fell off the shelf and it fell on my back. Yeah, and I was like, and Flower said, "Oh, that." I said, "No, this came up from up. It didn't come from like where my lower back was."
Hold on, let me tell y'all. Sister Sylvia has a dunk. She got a dunk, y'all. She just has it. Let's just tell it like it is. Look at it.
Certified.
It's certified. Angels.
Yeah.
Don't. All right.
No.
And so while we were standing on one of the mass graves, the tour guide, he also mentioned, he said there were 3 or 4 really big ones. And Lisa was right. It's mass graves everywhere that we don't know about, but he was able to identify a few around the city. And so he was like, and most of you guys have been, y'all just don't know. Y'all just
for real know about that.
So guys, we go and he lets us know the local Walmart in that town, it was built on the same site that there was an orphanage where several nuns and kids died during this huge storm, this huge flood.
Of the 1900s.
Yeah, right? So it was mostly built around the 1900 storm in Galveston. Anyone that follows history at all or storms weather knows about this particular storm or hurricane it actually was. They just didn't have that title for it back then when it happened. And it literally wiped out almost like all but maybe 30% of the population.
Right.
So the mass graves were from, trying to dispose of all of the bodies. And then after the flood, there was a huge fire that came later, a few years later, and took out like almost everybody else that had been left.
Along with some other things along the way. So they said, and I didn't know this, I thought it would have been up in Connecticut or New Orleans, but they just said Galveston is the number 1 haunted place in the United States. And as we go up and down to Galveston and visit, we never knew
that.
No,
but it makes sense when you think about but it makes sense when you think about the number of people that lost their lives. Like tens of thousands of people died in one night because the storm hit at night and they didn't know. You know what I'm saying? And so at that time, you have to realize you had Galveston Bay and you had Galveston, and what happened was the storm, the water came out of Galveston Bay, met up with the ocean, with the storm surge in the middle of Galveston, and created a huge whirlpool.
Oh my goodness.
So, it's like they didn't stand a chance. And the orphanage that I was speaking about was where the Walmart is now. And it was.
I love that Walmart.
On 67.
Okay,
You know?
she knows
Yeah, and
exactly
so
what
if anybody's interested, if you go online, go Google, Galveston Walmart hauntings, you will find tons of videos where people have gone and asked the kids, because it's the children from the orphanage supposedly that are there, and they're in the toy section. And so
Ah,
toys will come on and things will happen without anything. And we saw a number of videos where this happened.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think that the kids was throwing that blanket at Day-Day's at Sylvia's bottom. So guys, we
Because
walked in the store.
y'all,
No,
she
Dee, for
swore
real.
that she did not knock that pillow
I
off
couldn't
the
have
shelf.
knocked it down
Because she
because
said it came from the
it
top.
came up by my shoulders. It did not come where my butt was. I
Guys,
do knock a lot of stuff over with my butt and hips, but that wasn't one of them. I wasn't even turning sideways. I was just facing opposite
her
of
back
where
was to
it
the
fell.
shelf. Her back.
Lord,
Yeah.
give me some big booty problems.
But y'all, I tell you, Dee, you are silly. You know, we ain't got no big booty problems.
We don't have those.
But DeAndra, we was
I
in the
want to knock
store.
some stuff over. I want to knock some shit over.
But guys, Dee, I tell you, we weren't in the store for 5 minutes before that happened. We went to go.
The first aisle.
The first
The
aisle.
first aisle we went to.
I think we were still carrying them spirits with us from the.
I didn't take no spirits away.
We left whatever it was. We left them there. They
Right.
stayed at Walmart.
But guys, and I thought this was befitting. I didn't even realize it was the month of October. I know it's
Right.
Hispanic Heritage Month. I know that a lot of people celebrate, or some people celebrate All Hallows Eve. That's coming up. Some of y'all gonna have some Hallelujah festivals and Hallelujah nights, all of that good stuff. But I thought that this was pretty cool. And so we just know that God is real because the supernatural is real, right? The spirit realm is real. The heavenlies is real. So just be mindful. And guys, we prayed, we oiled up before we even went on this tour.
You
we
talk about oiled up.
Hey,
We did it from the front, the back.
y'all
Sloppy.
still crossed the line and went over there and played. Y'all still
Sloppy.
went on the playground. Don't try to say, "Oh, I oiled up."
Well, it was just something because
You still went to the playground.
You're right, DeAndra. We were tiptoeing. We were playing double dutch with the spirit realm. You were totally right. Because it's like, especially when you start, like when our hearts were so heavy, y'all.
We felt it.
We felt, you can feel
Oh
it.
my goodness.
And it was like a sunken feeling in our chest.
Yes.
It was like a numbness, and it went all the way down my arms. And then as we were leaving and going towards the last stop, I could feel it, leaving me, but it was still
Every
heavy
time
in my
further
head.
we got away from it, the easier it was to breathe. And it wasn't hot. It was nice and breezy the whole time.
Right.
All right, guys. Well, let me tell you something. We have spent the first 35 minutes of the show on our first segment. I know God is real because.
Boom.
And it was good. But I'm pretty sure our producers are like, what are they doing? It is time for a quick break, guys. And we will be right back.
Life is better when you are living on purpose, but many times we get stuck in the rat race and in the mundane task of our day-to-day lives, causing most to lose sight of their purpose. That's why certified life coach, inner healer, and business strategist Laflower B is here to help you get calibrated to your calling through proven systems, techniques, and resources. Order a copy of her book, Principles to Reposition, to assist you with your journey, or schedule a free clarity session to kickstart the journey. After these sessions, clients have stated they found clarity and opened their eyes to things they had long forgotten. So get social and follow Laflower on all social media platforms at Laflower B. And don't forget to mention Stunner Radio sent you.
Hey guys, welcome back to Uncommon Faith tonight. We are talking about some amazing things. And before we jump into our main topic tonight, and I turn it back over to DeAndra, you guys will look out because
good things are happening.
Scouting out some.
You gotta
You
say it
froze.
over, sis.
You
froze.
said, look out because, and that was it.
Okay. look out, because even though we, did that little haunted ghost tour and stuff like that, while we were on the coast, we were actually also scouting out some pretty cool places, things to do for our first annual upcoming Oncoming Faith Women's Weekend. Oh my gosh. So we're going to have a weekend retreat coming up. So many things. So look out for the promos. We're going to be giving discounts and cool swag to some of the first people that sign up. It's going to be an amazing. We're going to grow. We're going to heal. We're going to, it's just going to be a phenomenal weekend, guys. So look out for that Uncommon Faith weekend retreat coming up. Yes. Absolutely. We can add one more in, Lisa. But DeAndra, I know we want to jump into our topic tonight, so we'll go for about 10 minutes or so, then we'll take one more break, and then we'll wrap it up. So let's talk about this natural, this self-hate, this self-love. What you think about that?
Oh my goodness. I mean, I feel like it is everywhere you look. It's a natural body, more so a body. We've all evolved and grown with the weave. Everybody wear weave. Now men of all races is clipping in the weave. So, weave is just not this big thing anymore. But, now so much so, not even so much the breast, but it's all within that booty, right? So we're just seeing these big old gigantor booties. And then it's like, if you're with your spouse or if you're, or just by yourself, are you feeling uncomfortable? Are you feeling less of a woman because, you don't have these unnatural elements, that have been placed within your body? So, maybe we can just all go around and just, give our take on it. Is the natural body still a win? Is it still a go, or is surgery a go for you? Or if you haven't thought of it, have you considered it? Is it something that that you once thought like, hey, I got some good insurance, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna call them up, I'm gonna see what's going on, and see how much it's gonna take to mommy tuck this in, so it's like this crazy dice roll when you go under the anesthesia, like when you just go under, when you do things and when you take those risks, you see it 50-50. You have great stories, and then you have
Lisa is going in on these comments. She should have been on the show for this topic, honey.
But I tell you, I'm cool. Hey, if God has blessed you in that area, own that thing. I really want you to own that thing. But if you haven't, who they hollering at? Somebody. But if God has not blessed you, for me, I had to embrace it. I had to just embrace it. And now when I'm out with my husband, I'm like, dang, baby, you think her booty real? Like, look at them tatas over there. Like, you think they real? And so I would just say embrace it, because I have learned to appreciate the body that I have. Now, mind you, I still want to get rid of this muffin top. That's the only thing, Dee Dee, that I don't like. That's the only thing. I'm like, give me I have considered having a mommy makeover, since I've had several children, and, it's just all out of whack right there in my midsection. So I have considered that. And then the last thing I will say, and I'll turn it over to Gina, a lot of men that I talk to, a lot of men who are serious about their marriage, serious about their relationships, they enjoy the natural. They enjoy you being.
Yeah, that was one of my next questions. Sure.
They enjoy. Yeah. And you know what? I get some people, if having different units is your personality, hey, rock it out. As long as you are still okay with who you are under that thing. Like when you take everything off, when you wipe off all the makeup, when you take off all the hair, all the, adjustments and everything, when you take off that waist trainer, are you okay with who you are under that? It's cool to get done up, right? Gina, what you got?
That's exactly what I was going to say. I think it comes down, DeAndra, to being comfortable in your own skin, and to whatever degree that you are that, I think determines, if you're going to go out and do other things to your body to try to make you feel comfortable in your own skin. For me, I think mine has evolved over time, as in school, maybe middle school, high school, when you start trying to impress the boys or something like that, it was really apparent to me that I didn't have a behind. Yes, I just did not. And I was like, wait. So yes, like I think if I honestly didn't have someone there to guide me, it's like, wait, let your body do what it's gonna do kind of thing. I'm gonna tell you something. I seen a commercial about butt pads that you put in your pants to try to make your behind bigger. If I had the means to get a hold to that, I probably would have.
Oh, okay.
Probably as far as I would have gone is to get the padding. But
Now,
at the
Gina,
end
I
of the
bought
day,
the TikTok pants. Gina, I bought the TikTok tights. The little
I
TikTok
did too. I'm guilty. I bought 2 sets. I bought an orange and a black.
okay.
And Marcus
So
was
y'all
like, "Oh, you got
understand.
some TikTok tights." I was like, "Yeah, what you think?" He was like, "They nice." But
But seriously, just to like agreeing with Lisa, it really, really is unfortunate that so many women, are only focused on, the outer layer, because when you sit down, when you talk, when the physical is no longer important anymore, when it's time to dig deeper, it's empty. These women, unfortunately, have empty vessels because they have put so much time and effort on the outside instead of doing just that inner work, and doing what needs to be done to be good on the inside too. So next question. I know you said like just invasive, so no surgery, but what have you ever considered the outpatient treatments where
Like some lipo?
So,
I get lipo, honey.
So like,
Look, let me tell you something.
some Botox, some injections, when they do the little thing over your tummy where they're not inserting anything. It's no cuts, it's no bruises. It's just these different machines that these women are also using to where it's like, hey, this is outpatient. I'm not cutting on myself. I'm not going under. I'm just kind of letting the machine kind of move some stuff around and allow myself to kind of get the blood flowing.
Look, yes, absolutely. I have no problem. And as soon as my husband say it's okay and he gonna pay for me to do it, I'm gonna go. And I'm gonna let them rub and do whatever they can, because the way these chicken wings set up over here and this baby belly, I'm like, you know what, that was a time when you could see all 6 of my packs, but they are non-existent now.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. But Lisa is so true, y'all, in that comment. And I haven't, was that, who did that? It goes down in the brown house, y'all. It goes down in the brown house.
The brown house.
That's that boy. I told y'all about that boy.
Oh yeah, you thought it last week that he was touching on you.
Yeah, that's the boy.
The brown house is lit. I love it.
But yeah, y'all. So I haven't considered if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it. Like I'm just gonna get cut off. It's like, because I don't know the side effects of the lasers, all of that extra stuff. It's like, if I'm going to just cut it, just go cut me. But on a serious tip, what I have noticed is that, and there's an older lady, she's probably in her 50s, I think now, where she's no longer in her marriage. Her husband cheated on her. And now she took the cheating personal. She took the cheating so personal because he cheated with someone younger than her, and now she's reconstructing her body, and doing all of these things just to look like that IG model, to be the perfect MILF out there. Yeah, I said MILF.
Yeah.
Or
like
Jill.
Stella on a whole nother level.
Right. She's a Jill. She's a Jill. Because she's a grandma.
I mean, that sounds great, and like, kudos for her for like just stepping it up. But then on the flip side,
I think it might be something. I'll maybe cut you off.
No,
I
and
think
we
it's
just have
deeper,
to
Didi.
like
I
learn
think it's deeper.
to like not get motivated once we get done wrong, and to just get motivated for ourselves. You know, like whether he was gonna cheat or not, whatever. You know, if you finding out that reconstructing your body and just and you're feeling good, and it's something that you should have been doing. I hope that she's acknowledging that, and just knowing that, you know, hopefully it wasn't just strictly him. Even if it was him, hopefully she's seen and acknowledged that we got to dig deeper all the time. And we got to be like trying to do for our best self all the
Yes,
time.
I think that change for her, like I just saw, a totally different person. I mean, out there truly living her best life, and I'm like you said, kudos to her. So at the end of the day, if that's what is going to give you, that extra of what you need to feel good about yourself. Again, it goes back to feeling good about being in your own skin.
Yes.
Sometimes, yes, there are those of us that chase images, right, that are maybe even unhealthy or unrealistic and things like that. Like I've seen this show called Botched, I think.
Yes.
And there's people on there that literally bring in pictures and say, I want to look exactly like this person. And these surgeons are doing this stuff to transform and change people's faces and things like that. And I'm just like, wow, like you just truly have to be not good with who you are, who
Right.
God created you to be for, I think, to go down a path like that.
Right. Well, I'm gonna step in. I know y'all know I typically, ruffle the feathers just a little bit. But all I'm gonna say is, I don't think that it's extremely healthy for you to pull yourself together after you get cheated on, right? I think that if that's the image that you were going for initially, then you should have been doing that throughout the relationship.
That's it.
But
that's true.
Having a man cheat on you shouldn't trigger you,
Right?
and adjust your body, because let me tell you something. Y'all know what I used to, the old man, and I tell you, there were men in relationships, married men, who would, not talking about sexually, but who would literally entertain me with me and my little booty, right? With me not looking like an IG model, because sometimes it doesn't take all that, right? It doesn't take all that to get a man. It doesn't take all that. And a lot of times when you look like that, your man is not going to like all the attention that you're going to get.
No.
He's not gonna like that. Someone that's really serious about you, and it's just not the lust of his eyes, right? It has to go beyond that. But I said all that to say that, ladies, it is not healthy for you to make those drastic image changes just because your relationship ended, or just because you got cheated on. Now, mind you,
and I think that's a normal.
Oh, hold on, Jane. Part of self-care is carrying yourself a certain way, representing the kingdom a certain way. So you shouldn't be walking around, looking all types of crazy and getting too comfortable in your relationship.
You know what, Flower? Sometimes, y'all know I gotta go back to, but sometimes that.
Hey, Didi.
Sometimes, ladies, that is the lesson. When you're going through, they're gonna make that mistake in the beginning, and that's the lesson. And it's just recognized from that, and if you're becoming better, if you're looking better, if you're doing good now, keep that and understand you're happy because of you changing your diet, your exercise. You feel good, you can breathe, walking up some flights of stairs now. You feeling wonderful. You can button up, that dress now, those jeans, you feeling good. And that's because of your hard work, and not because of your circumstances or what happened. So
I agree, DeAndra. Gina, what you got?
Yes, absolutely. Lisa just had a wonderful comment and saying, with all that she working with, she's never had an issue keeping a man, getting a man, or keeping one, regardless. And I think, at the end of the day, There's somebody for everybody, you know. There's somebody that's going to love you just the way you are. I don't think we have to go out and make drastic changes to ourselves. You know, I think if they love you the way you are, then hey, you know, you got a winner, you know.
Right.
I'll be honest with you. I know a couple that, you know, when they got together, the guy, you know, he was maybe a little bigger or what have you, but, you know, had a process done or something other that, you know, caused him to lose a good amount of weight. And because I think in situations like that, if you mentally are not prepared for that change, it doesn't necessarily go the way that you would anticipate or expect it to go. And so the level of insecurity that might have been there when you bigger, for some reason is still there. And you see what I'm saying? So for some people, yeah, you might be, you know, more secure and stuff like that, but you got to mentally prepare for that as well. Right. And I
Right.
think that's something that's missing, is that these procedures, doctors agree to do these procedures, but on the back end, I think there should be another doctor or specialist or something that checks your mental. And why are you doing this? Is this something you're going to regret down the line, or are you sure and certain, and why, you know, good reasons why you're making these decisions and things like that? Because not everyone has somebody in their life, that sister circle, that's going to tap them on the shoulder and say, hold on, let's
Right.
talk about this, you know, and see what's really going on.
I do believe,
That's true.
I could be wrong, but I do believe, you know, with the obesity surgery or with the, you know, going into the weight loss surgery, I think they do have those classes. You know, you can speak with those therapists. You can, you know, take those classes, and they definitely need to do that for plastic surgery. Oh my God.
Yes,
You
that's
know,
what
if
I'm
they
talking about.
just implement, you know, you have to take, you know, these one or two classes. You need to see the effects, the, you know, what couldn't happen. You really should understand what you're about to go through,
Right,
because
right.
the healing process is, I heard, it's just so intense, and it's just unreal,
Right.
especially when it's done the wrong way. Oh my
Absolutely.
goodness.
And
Right.
just the same, I want to shout out to those that are happy and good and they're natural, those that choose to make changes, you know, good for you. For those that are good in your natural and doing your natural thing, good for you too. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're doing what you feel is your path and what's best for you. You know,
Absolutely.
I've never been a big makeup person or anything like that. And there have been times where I've been like, well, maybe I need to wear more makeup, or maybe I need to do this or do that, because that's what everyone around me is doing. But that's not naturally me. What's naturally me is you might get some lip gloss and some eyeliner or something like that, and I'm happy. I'm good. But I
We know.
guess ultimately why I did not ever really pursue wearing makeup every day and things like that is because my man, he's like, I don't like all that makeup. You good
Come
just like
on,
that.
man.
I said,
Come
okay,
on.
well, if you
Mr.
good with it, daddy, I'm good with it.
Come on, Mr. B.
Yes.
Now, y'all, I know we got to get ready to take one more break before we come back and go into our last segment of the show. So, guys, we're going to get ready to take a break, and we will be right back. Shout out to Mr. B for saying you don't need all of that.
Don't need no makeup, honey.
We'll be right back, y'all.
Calling all entrepreneurs. This is Lisa the Boss Lady, and I have something amazing just for you. The Boss Up Bootcamp is coming to Houston, Texas on October 23rd from 10 to 3 at the Reverse It Center in North Houston. If you're an entrepreneur, if you want to be an entrepreneur, if your business needs a boost, this is the event for you. We have 3 dynamic speakers and, of course, me, Lisa the Boss Lady, ready to give you so much information on how to do just that. Visit my website, www.lisathebosslady.com. That's www.lysathabosslady.com. Can't wait to see you there.
Well,
Woo woo! Yes.
that commercial is giving me some cash money, young money vibes, you know. No.
Yes. Boss up. Let's go.
Yes, y'all, please come out to the Boss Up Boot Camp. It's gonna be amazing. It's in the H, so don't miss out on that. But yeah, so guys, let's talk. Let me tell y'all about natural hair really quick. I gotta tell y'all this story that I heard actually last night while I was working on a client's hair. She moved from Dallas, and she was telling me about her previous loctician, right? And she said this woman, it was she gave perm or chemical hate. You know, just like you have some ladies that, you know, despise the natural look, they don't want no new, you know, all of that. This was the first lady I've come across, and I know there's lots out there, where she actually gave chemical hate. She was like, and she said when someone with a perm or something would come into her salon, she'd be like, "Why don't you love yourself? Why don't you embrace your natural beauty?" And she was telling me there was one young lady who came in and she wanted braids, but she had a fresh perm, and the lady was telling her, like, I need at least, you know, 1 to 2 weeks of new growth. And the girl was like, "You want me to walk around with nappy edges?" And the lady just went off, said, "Baby, come here, let me tell you something." And she just went on. She's like, "What's wrong? Why you don't love yourself? Why you don't love your natural edges?" And so I told that story because I couldn't even believe it. But my client told me so much more about this lady. But I just want to remind us, you know, just to love wherever, you know, our circle is at, whether you love chemicals and you want to be slick and shiny.
That's it, that bone straight.
Right. You want that bone straight, shiny hair, go for it. If you all about your roots, if you want to lock it up, if you want to.
I've been debating if I want that creamy crack. Okay.
I see you.
About it. You know, but I don't have a verb. You know, I haven't had a relaxer in a long time.
Right.
So, you know, I just be like, you know, because it'll be a little bit more, you know, slick. You know,
I think you would get that same look with your blowout. You can still get it real nice and straight, and can't even tell the difference. Tell the difference.
So I'm not tripping, you know, and I got all my wigs, you know. So.
That's it. Work your wigs, mama. Let me tell y'all something. Sylvia say she had to leave the screen, but she didn't leave the show. She say she been commenting, and she want to know why none of her comments.
Click the link. She has to click the link for StreamYard. She has to comment on YouTube. But we got to.
No, I think she's on Facebook commenting, I think. And so she's like, "Why are my comments not on the screen?" I'm like, "Hold on, sis, let me check."
Yeah, she has to give StreamYard permission to. Sylvia said she can't wait for the retreat, y'all. She said she's natural all day, every day. Yeah, and nothing wrong with a little makeover. She's talking about natural. She say she needs to buy some TikTok rights. She's something else. Oh, some TikTok tights, not right.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, man, look.
Sylvia, you don't need no TikTok tights.
You will put somebody in cardiac arrest if you get the TikTok tights. Don't you put them tights on?
Did you say cardiac arrest?
Yes.
Put somebody in cardiac arrest.
Can you imagine Sylvia's ass in them tights? I don't think
I'll be honest with y'all. When the show's over, I have to go look this up. I don't know TikTok tights.
Bro, they give you a little pump. They give you a little.
What? Okay.
With them booty pads that she was talking about.
Okay.
Right, you know, Mr. Brown gonna be like, Regina, you in the bedroom, yes.
Yeah, but when you get in the bedroom, what happened to it?
You
don't see it no more because you dim the lights, so you don't see it.
Take them off in the bed, you know.
It's like this don't match what my eyes saw. Like it. Oh my God.
That's hilarious.
Right,
this has been a great show, guys.
It is. Let's jump into our soul work question for tonight. Soul work question, I'm putting it in the chat. Is basically, what can you do to embrace your natural? What can you do more of to embrace your natural?
I think start with self-reflection and see the things that you're doing that are not natural, quote unquote. Why? Are you doing it because it makes you personally feel better? Are you doing it to fit in? Are you doing it to please someone else? I think that would be a great place to start.
I think grounding yourself, you know, going outside. I've been hiking lately. It's amazing. I love it. I love it. So I want to talk more about it, but not right now. But find time to just go outside. I've been barefooted forever. Like my sisters know, I hated shoes. I stayed outside, feet in the grass, in the soil. Like you just have to be grounded. It feels amazing. That's what I was saying.
That's good.
Awesome. So definitely, guys, what can you do more of to embrace your natural beauty? I think that it's important to embrace our natural beauty because it will leave residual effects on the people that's inside of that inner court, that inner circle that we talked about, right? Like I didn't know that me embracing my natural hair, left residual marks on my children. Now my oldest, she won't even think about, putting different chemicals or, she just loves herself so much. She, like my 16-year-old, she just embraces who she is, her flaws and all, differences and all, right? And so for me, it's continuing to be proud of who I am and not be quiet about it, right? Not be quiet about my natural beauty. And I think Lisa mentioned it earlier of having that inner glow. That inner glow is your natural light. I know all of y'all remember singing that song in church, This Little Light of Mine, or seeing Tina Turner, little Tina, on What's Love Got to Do with It, tear down the church singing This Little Light of Mine, right? So it's so important for you just to embrace your inner glow. We need a shirt that say inner glow, uncommon faith.
Let's do it.
Inner glow. I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be in the merch store, y'all.
Maybe that needs to be our retreat shirt, and then the ladies will wear it, inner glow, we're gonna hashtag it, inner glow. This retreat, we're bringing it out. So, embrace that inner glow. Because I'm going to be in the building, okay? Don't think
of course you're going to be in the building.
Houston, because,
we know you're going to be in the building. So, guys.
So, we just had to end where we started tonight, huh?
Yeah, bring it back around. Tacky boots.
That's her name.
Boots are made for walking.
And that's what we gonna
walk it out.
Oh Lord, I love you guys so much. All right, y'all. Well, we have talked about so much tonight on the show. We have talked about I know God is real, tiptoeing in the ghost world,
supernatural,
supernatural, right? We've talked about being natural, embracing that your natural beauty. And definitely, if you've been keeping track of our soul work questions, definitely put that question in your journal so that you can write about it. Look out for the Uncommon Faith Weekend Retreat coming up soon. Oh my gosh, it's coming. Register as soon as it pops up because it's going to be limited slots, guys. It's not going to be like a conference. It's going to be a retreat. It's going to be intimate. It's going to be growth. We're going to have an amazing time.
COVID,
right, and we want to minimize
guidelines, limited space because things are different now, but we still want the same effect.
Absolutely. All right, guys. Well, we're going to wrap it up.
Bye.
All right, guys. Good night. Grace and peace to everyone. Have a great night. Until next time.
Grace and peace. Till next time.